It's been on record that I've said many times, if Greg Harden wasn't at the University of Michigan, I do not win the Heisman Trophy. And it wasn't because I didn't have the athletic talent. I had those gifts. But my mind wasn't right. And Greg is definitely the best executive coach I've ever come across. He can push buttons no matter who you are, no matter what nationality you are, what race, what religion, what gender, what sport. He knows the right buttons to push to get you to, one, have belief in yourself, have hope that you can get out of that situation, and he can inspire you like no other person. I really didn't know Greg's reach until I started to come back to university and go to football games. So I went to a football game one day with Greg, and we're kind of walking through the parking lot, you know, where people tailgate and stuff. And a woman came up to Greg, and she just thanked Greg for what he did for her daughter while she was here playing volleyball. And then we walked a few more feet, and another woman came up to Greg with her husband, and they were talking about how he helped their daughter and how it meant so much for him to spend the time he spent with her while she was up here playing softball. Ignorant me always assumed that only the revenue-generating sports had access to Greg. So I thought it was just me and the Fab Five, right? I said, shoot, man, we lucky as hell. But then, you know, that just opened my mind up, because I always thought he was a very selfless individual. He has no problem giving you his time. And as a crowd of intelligent people, a room full of smart people, you understand time is invaluable. That's the most valuable thing you have, is your time. And this is a selfless individual who gives his time to just about anybody and everyone who needs it. And it really opened my eyes to Greg's reach. And I was sitting at the table, and I was thinking about the effect that Greg had on my life. And this, you know, I can't really put it into words. You know, I talked to my wife. I said, I gotta talk about Greg. And obviously, as my wife, she knows what Greg means to me. I said, well, I can't really figure out what to say. She said, well, just speak from your heart. I said, well, if I look in there and I can't find the words. She didn't have an answer. I said, because you understand, that's what Greg means to me. Greg has been the person that has inspired me, has helped to guide me, has helped me become the man I am today, just by being who he is. He's sincere, he's genuine, he's humble. He will kick you in your butt. He will do that. But he kicks you in your butt because he knows that's what you need. And you respond to it because you know he's kicking you in your butt because he cares for you. I'm so proud of Greg and the person that he is and the people that he's helped. Just talking to Victor at the table, you don't understand his reach. It's beyond the individuals that he has direct contact with. Because then what he's taught me, I teach people. I go out there, and they don't know that indirectly they're being affected by the lessons of Greg Harden. They should be here thanking Greg Harden. And that's just not me. That's everybody, anybody who's ever had the pleasure of being taught or mentored by Greg Harden. There is not a special event in my life that's taken place since I graduated from the University of Michigan in 1992 that I haven't had Greg Harden there to be a part of it. That's how special he is to me. So I can go on. There are a lot of people who would like to thank Greg. We have a video presentation from a lot of people too, but I would like to thank his lovely wife, Shalea, for putting this on. Please give her a round of applause. And once again, I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming out here and being a part of this. And Greg, I love you. Thank you.